And Prabhupada said, my spiritual master, he was not an ordinary man. He was a Vaikuntha man. Our divine spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, is not an ordinary man or even an ordinary spiritual master. He is known as Prabhupada, which means he whose lotus feet all other masters surrender, bow to, and surrender to. The master of masters, the supreme spiritual master, if you will. We saw one sign in San Francisco at the Rath Yatra for some group featuring some lady with pink hair, and she was called, isn't it, Panna? The Supreme Spiritual Master. We didn't hear her discourse and we didn't go see her, but didn't look like a Supreme Spiritual Master, trust me. Big sheets everywhere, pink hair, and from Malaysia or someplace. But Srila Prabhupada is the Supreme Personality of Servitorship Godhead. Prabhupada said, before he left this planet, he appointed some spiritual masters, no doubt. And Prabhupada said, you become regular guru. Prabhupada used the word regular. You're regular guru. Srila Prabhupada is the Samstapakacharya. Therefore, we have a deity of Prabhupada on the altar and in the temple room. And we offer Guru Puja every day to the Samstapakacharya, the founder Acharya. We chant Prabhupada's name, we don't chant anybody else's name. It's not necessary. It's actually, I think, outlawed in ISKCON. Isn't it, Savas? And when we chant the Mangal Arti, that is Prabhupada's song. The Mangal Arti is not chanted to my guru, your guru, everybody's guru. We're chanting Mangal Arti to the Samstapakacharya, the founder Acharya. For the next 5,000 years, they will be everyone. If we come back, us, will be chanting Guru Puja to Prabhupada. The fear is, so many people present different ideas. We're worried that in 10 or 20 years, when all the Prabhupada disciples, Matajis and men, are passing away or are long gone, that is your responsibility to carry on the tradition of Krishna consciousness, not to change. Prabhupada said, the problem with you Americans, your disease, is that you want to change things. You want to change everything. Prabhupada said that. Therefore, we should be very careful. So many devotees are here, Matajis and men, that were on the planet, were in the temple room with Srila Prabhupada when we chanted the Guru Puja for Prabhupada, when we chanted the Mangal Arti for Prabhupada, when Prabhupada was personally present and we chanted Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. I was in Kishore in Chicago and we chanted Jai Kishore, Kishore. Prabhupada was there. And we chanted Kishore, Kishore. Some rascal, unscrupulous person may say, some low-class, envious being may say, oh, you don't have to chant Srila Prabhupada's pranam. You do. Prabhupada's full pranam. Yesterday, someone gave class. They chanted Prabhupada's pranam. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Sthaya Bhutale Mati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane. There's another mantra that goes with that. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine. Everyone has to chant that. Is your Parama Guru, but you have to chant that. Is not a misfortune. We are very fortunate that you're also grand disciples and Shiksha disciples of Srila Prabhupada. You have a direct connection with Prabhupada. You read his books. We don't read so many other books. There's no need to read any other books. There's no need to chant anybody else's name. Our need is to chant Prabhupada's name and read Prabhupada's books. And because we're personalists and we're not impersonalists, we chant the names of the deity. Nitai Gauranga, Jai Nitai Gauranga. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath. Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Rukmini Dwarkadish, Rukmini Dwarkadish. Are you impersonalist? You don't chant the name of the deity? Everywhere throughout ISKCON, all the devotees that were here in the time of Prabhupada, so many, they were in the room with Prabhupada in the temple when we chanted those names. And even someone reminded me the other day, we were in Mayapur 1975. Prabhupada was ringing the bell and jumping up and down, and devotees were chanting Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. You have to chant that. You don't have to chant any other Guru Deva. Not that we disrespect any other Guru Deva, but they're not the Samstapakacharya. If someone thinks that during Mangal Arti you're chanting to me, I can't even imagine if I got some disciple somewhere who was crazy enough to take initiation from me, who was insane enough to think I'm a pure devotee. And I'm sitting in the temple thinking they're chanting to me. He's chanting, she's chanting to me. That is envy. The disease why we're here. I'm envious of Srila Prabhupada. We chant Mangal Arti to Srila Prabhupada. We worship Prabhupada on the altar, no one else. We have Vyasasan for Srila Prabhupada. Everyone else has something asan. Has an asan. Srila Prabhupada's the only Vyasasan. There was a time when devotees were bewildered, and they put so many Vyasasans. I think in some temples there were 11 or 14 Vyasasans for every guru on the planet. Then they realized, our ISKCON leaders, actually Srila Prabhupada is the center. Actually, he'll be the center for a long, long time. But it's your business to keep him the center and not be bewildered. We'll be gone. I can't instruct you from Krimi Bhojana, Kumbhipaka, or Sukra Mukha. I think there'll be muzzles so that you can't even speak. So many torturous situations in the hells. But you'll be here carrying on the sampradaya. And you have to keep it. It's very important that we don't become bewildered or envious and think now it's our movement. No, it's the same movement that was there when Prabhupada was on the planet. Someone may say, some envious person, well, Srila Prabhupada never chanted Jai Bhakti Siddhanta in his Kirtan. We're not Srila Prabhupada. I think it was here in Los Angeles, Srila Prabhupada went in the kitchen and ate a gulab jamun. We can't do that. Prabhupada said, don't do as I do, do as I say. Prabhupada told the devotees. But in Prabhupada's presence, everyone knows, Brigupati, Suvas, all the devotees, Banabhata, that were here. When Srila Prabhupada was here, the Matajis that were here, when Srila Prabhupada was here. They know, due to karma, what the standard was, how we chanted. We always chanted Srila Prabhupada's pranam with Kirtan. We always chanted Prabhupada, Prabhupada, in Prabhupada's presence. We always chant the names of the deities. We're personal. What, do you stand in front of the deities and ignore them? Does that make any sense? I'm chanting for the deities, but I don't chant their names. That's not necessary. What's not necessary is to chant anyone else's name. We used to chant Jai Gurudev, Jai this one, that one, and the other one. The ISKCON GBC outlawed it. Actually outlawed it. So our business is to keep things in that frame. Then we're no longer Jadadiya. The speculators, the impersonalists, the envious persons, they are Jadadiya. Polluted into, they think, Aruya Krachena, Parampadam Tadan, Padantiado Nadrita Yusmarangraya. One may think, I'm a very advanced sannyasi, I'm a very advanced spiritual personality, I can do anything I like, I can change things left and right. One may think like that, but if one's intelligence is polluted, then one is committing grave offense. Then it is envious. Then it's no longer seva, it's envy. So we have to be very careful. You are all carrying. Prabhupada said, the legacy will go on by my disciples. Disciples are dying left and right, leaving the planet for Krishna knows where, wherever they're going, here, there, and everywhere. Maybe there's another planet to preach. We don't know. But in 12 years, you'll be 35. How old are you now, Prabhu? 21? How did that happen? In 14 years, don't even ask how old I'll be. I'll be 4 years dead, 6 years dead, 10 years dead. And you'll be in the prime of life, carrying on Krishna consciousness, a leader of the Sankirtan movement. Do you realize that? Soon you'll realize. So it's your grave responsibility to make sure not to change anything. Not to change, not to be with this Jadadiya, polluted intelligence. No, they're chanting for me. I've been around for 15 years. Mangal Artik is for me. I can't even fathom what that means. How someone could think that. You have to maintain the legacy. Mangal Artik's Prabhupada's song. It's for Prabhupada. We chant it in ISKCON for the Samstapakacharya. There's no other Samstapakacharya. That's a very special person. I might have made 6 devotees and preached all over Bengal, but I'm not the Samstapakacharya. I'm just a regular devotee at best. Regular. So it's everyone's business to make sure that this legacy, Prabhupada's legacy, goes on. It's very important. Otherwise, who knows? In 20 years, there could be a choir chanting hallelujah in front of the deities. Savas, everyone is frightened. What will go on? Srila Prabhupada was frightened. How will they maintain what I taught? Just maintain what I taught you. Hail Mary, everyone will be chanting perhaps Hail Mary. If we can change one thing, change everything. If they don't like us as Hare, maybe they like us as Christians. And we chant the praise God songs. You have to be very careful. When Prabhupada was on the planet, there are so many tapes, there are so many videos, there are so many lectures, and we still have a few devotees. Here in LA, we're very fortunate. We have our God brothers and our senior devotees. They know what the standard is. Even the senior man, who may not be Prabhupada's disciple like Sachitanoi, he knows the standard. They know exactly what is to be done, what is not to be done. They can't be fooled by some renegade or some debauchee who comes along to change this and change that and throw out this and make up some new rule. So we have a grave responsibility. And as the personified ocean told Ramachandra, we were very unfortunate because we had this polluted intelligence. Ye neira vindaksha vimukta manina, twayasta babad abasudha budaya, aruya krichena parampadam tata, parandyado nadrita yusmad angraya. One may think, I'm liberated. One person came to Prabhupada in New York. Swami, at 2 o'clock this afternoon, I was higher than you. Devotees were looking, what's Prabhupada going to say? Prabhupada said, oh, please accept my humble obeisances. If you don't have anything else, you can go now. Prabhupada treated it as the Samstapakacharya, with the ultimate care. But someone's thinking, oh, I'm higher than Srila Prabhupada. Can you imagine? 30 years ago, 40 years ago, they were hippies smoking ganja, loitering in the streets. And Prabhupada saved us, saved them. Otherwise, what would be our future without Srila Prabhupada? No future for any of us in the spiritual realm. Finished. But someone who takes shelter of an unscrupulous person also becomes unscrupulous. Therefore, we have to be very careful. Not jadabudi, not stupid. We have to use the intelligence God has given us by the grace of Krishna and Srila Prabhupada and follow Srila Prabhupada's example. Follow the tradition when Srila Prabhupada was on the planet. You're all very fortunate here in New Dwarka, where we worship Rukmini Dwarkadish, the personality of Godhead, with prayers and glorification of their name. the standard could be like we're in 1974 or 6, isn't it? Any Prabhupada disciple, they come here. For me, I stay because this is like being in Krishna consciousness 1976, which were the greatest days of my life. If this was like being in Krishna consciousness 1981, I'd be gone. It was a strange time, trust me. But things came back by Krishna's grace, by the grace of the management of the temple. Everything here is very traditional. So maintain this tradition. We are old men. We will go at any time. Trust me. The year 2016 may bring 15 more passings away. We do more funerals now than birth ceremonies in our Krishna consciousness. Luckily, we're doing more initiation than funeral. But lots of memorial service every month. 4,000 disciples of Prabhupada, I think, is like a baby boomer on Social Security. There'll come a time when 365 days a year, some Prabhupada disciple is leaving the planet. So you have a great responsibility to keep this movement traditional in the sense when Srila Prabhupada was on the planet. Worshipping Prabhupada is the Samstapakacharya. You worship your regular guru, fine. But you have the great fortune that you worship the Samstapakacharya as your Param Guru, or even they may worship him as Param Param Guru, in the future Param 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 Guru. He's not an ordinary person or even an ordinary guru. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Chicken